Hi, and welcome to ESL for Math. Today we are going to talk about short ways of reading certain numbers. We're going to talk about reading numbers in the hundreds. Okay, so this is specifically something that we do when we're reading a three-digit number. A three-digit number, for example, this number. We know that the normal long reading of this number is 101. Oops, 101. Okay, but in certain situations, for example, if you're taking an English class at the local community college, you might take a class called English 101. In this case, I would almost always read this number as 101 and not as 101. So this is what I would call a short reading. As you can tell, it's a lot shorter to say 101 than to say 101. Okay, so this is an example where I would use the short reading. Let me show you a few more examples where I would use a short reading. Okay, here are three examples. English 201. Here I would read 202 Lockwood Drive and Highway 604. So in each case I'm reading this second digit, which is a 0, as O. Okay, now I'm going to show you a couple examples where I would give the full reading of the number. Okay, so I would say 101 Dalmatians. Dalmatians are those little black and white dogs that are in the movie. So this is the name of a famous movie, 101 Dalmatians. And I would never say 101 Dalmatians. I would say 101 Dalmatians. Or, this school has 203 students. I would never say 203 students. I would always say 203 students. So if you look at these two situations, you might notice a difference between the way that we're using these numbers. Here, 101, 203. I'm using these as actual numbers in order to count something. So I'm counting with them. I'm counting Dalmatians, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I count all the way up to 101 Dalmatians. Okay, I can count the students all the way up to 203 students. Here I am not using these numbers for counting. In fact, if you take English 101, that would be the first English course that you took, or English 201 might be your second or third English course that you took. You wouldn't take 200 English courses before you got to English 201. Okay, English 201 is just the name of the English class. In the same way, 202 Lockwood Drive is just the number that we put on the house. It's not that there's 201 houses before that, or 603 highways before we get to Highway 604. These numbers are just used as names. They are not used for counting. Okay. So, to summarize, when we're doing counting numbers, we always do the full reading. Sorry about that. We always give the full reading. But when we're using the numbers as names, we use a short reading. And that would have the word O instead of the word instead of saying 100. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, you can go to www.sensibleenglish.com and you'll find a lot more ESL for Math videos on that website. Hope to see you next time.